Hello, for our second part of the project, we are going to define the web services. So in this video, I'm going to show you how do you plan it. So what we're going to do, actually, we return to the quiz administration Kaban. And here, what I've done is basically what you need to do actually is to pick the same feature open stories and now implement them. So we have done is to implement them and test them as a services, and now we need to test them and implement them as web services. Okay, and but I've done something additional. Is that now that I have created the external course execution, it's nice when you go to the interface to have a functionality that allows me to list all the course executions. So what I've done is that actually I just move one from feature preparation to feature selection, and I just create feature 2. Okay, I move it from here and I name it feature 2, which is the list course execution. So it has low complexity and it actually has high value, because actually I'm going to need it at the end when I have the interface. It is through the interface that I basically decide to create new course executions, because I see the course executions that already exist. Okay, so, and this is a pretty simple in terms of complexity feature, which corresponds to a single feature open story that is basically to list. So I don't need to implement this feature. I need to have a single story. And so that's what I've done. Basically, I create this story here, and now when I move to I create a Sprint web services, okay, and now what I've done here is good. So what I've done, it was I created the Sprint backlog. The stories in the Sprint backlog, I have the stories backlog, and I created the two stories here. Remember, see, that is the same story I have in the previous sprint, but now I added their web service just to distinguish, saying that I'm implementing the web service here, okay? Because in the previous sprint, I've implemented as a service and tested. And now in this case is I'm going to do the complete thing. So what I'm going to do for this case, look at the tasks for F2.1. Basically, the tasks I have is, I think this is the first one. So test the service, implement the service, define the web service, and test the web service. So I'm going to do also the corresponding part that I've done in the first sprint for this story. Of course, for the other story, which is the create a new course execution, I only need to do the part related with the web service, so which is to define the web service and test the web service. Okay, so we are ready to start programming and coding. Okay, see you in a while.